Hello dear children, let's start the fifth video on redox reactions. Whatever we have studied in last lecture, I will continue from that only. So I'm going to take another example from your book. This is a redox reaction and we are going to balance it by the method oxidation number method. Okay, so you can, if you want, you can open your book page number 537 in your new book. Okay, I think you should be ready with your register and pen also. So note down this reaction. Copper plus HNO3 gives out copper nitrate CuNO3 twice plus NO plus H2O. Okay, let's proceed stepwise. First step is to note down the skeleton reaction. So whatever reaction is given, first you have to write step 1 and you will write the reaction. Second step, to writing the oxidation number of all the atoms. So start writing the oxidation number of every atom. Copper is in free state, so 0. Hydrogen plus 1, oxygen minus 2. We can calculate for nitrogen. It will come plus 5. Now compound is being formed, CuNO3 twice. Here we will see for copper plus 2, nitrogen plus 5, oxygen minus 2, NO. If for oxygen it is minus 2, then definitely for nitrogen it will be plus 2. Water, hydrogen plus 1 and oxygen minus 2. So these are the oxidation number for every atom in this reaction. Now next step, to find out the change in the oxidation number, where we can see the change. So for copper, here see 0 and here we can see in copper plus 2. Okay, so 0 to plus 2, oxidation number is increasing, so we have find out the oxidation. And now see here, nitrogen plus 5 and nitrogen here is plus 2, oxidation number is decreasing, so reduction is occurring here. Okay, the atoms showing a change in oxidation number are already balanced. Here you can see that copper here is one atom, here in the product also one. Nitrogen here is 1, but here is 2. So let's see what we have next. We have to do, an atom copper loses 2 electrons to increase the oxidation number from 0 to plus 2. In nitric acid, an atom of nitrogen should gain 3 electrons to reduce the oxidation number from plus 5 to plus 2. The change which we have seen here, copper 0 to plus 2 and nitrogen plus 5 to plus 2. So change in number of electron, here copper and nitrogen. You can see here total number of electrons lost by one atom of copper. Copper from 0 it is becoming plus 2. So total number of electrons lost by one atom of copper is equals to 2, and total number of electrons gained by one atom of nitrogen is equal to 3. Okay. Next step, in order to equalize the total number of electrons gained and total number of electrons lost, copper and nitric acid should be multiplied with coefficient 3 and 2 respectively. Hence the coefficient of copper is 3 and that of HNO3 is 2. Now next step, if you remember, copper, the change of electron we can see 2 electron, and for nitrogen it is 3 electron. So wherever will be the coefficient of nitrogen, we have to multiply by 3, and 2, and wherever is the coefficient of copper, we have to multiply it by 3. Now see here the reaction here. 3 is here. We are multiplying the coefficient of copper with 3. 2 is here. We are multiplying wherever the nitrogen is, we are multiplying it with 2. Okay, clear? Since a part of nitrogen belonging to nitric acid appears as copper nitrate without showing any change in oxidation number, 6 molecules of HNO3 should be added on the left hand side. Thus we have, okay, now this we have done. Here we can see that nitrogen is at 2 place, here and here. At 2 place we can see nitrogen, but this nitrogen is not showing any change in the oxidation number, only this nitrogen is showing. So here what we have to do, copper nitrate, here how much nitrogen is coming, 2 from here, 3 2s are 6, okay, and 6 to 8, 8 nitrogen is here in the product side, so 2 is already here, so 6 HNO3 we will add in the reactant side. Okay, 2 is already there. To balance the nitrogen, 6 HNO3 we are going to add on the reactant side. So this will be the reaction, final reaction. Finally, at last, we are going to balance the hydrogen and oxygen atoms. So see here that 6 plus 2 HNO3 will become 8 HNO3. 8 HNO3, 3, 3, 2, and to balance water, we will write 4 in front of water. Now see if all the atoms are balanced. 3 copper, 3 copper. First we will see all the elements except hydrogen and oxygen. 8 nitrogen, 3 2s are 6 and 2. Nitrogen is also balanced. Now see 8 hydrogen, 4 2s are 8 hydrogen. 8, 16, 24 oxygen. So here 3 2s are 6, 6 12 18, 19 20, and 4 here 24 oxygen. So all the atoms you can see that is balanced here. Let's proceed to next example given in your book. Balance the following equation by oxidation number method in acidic medium. Okay, page number 538. If you are finding difficulty to see the this slide, you can directly see in your book. Reaction is mentioned, the ionic reaction is here. So first step again, we will note down the skeleton reaction. Number 2, now we have to mention the oxidation number of every atom at the top of the element. It will be easy for you. Suppose chromium oxide is here. For oxygen, you know, -2. With the formula, we can find out that for chromium, it is coming +6. Iron is in +2 oxidation state. It should be 2 plus here. Here 1 plus is written. It should be 2 plus, and there should be correction in the book. Plus Fe plus it will not be. It will be Fe2 plus and hydrogen +1. Chromium here 3 plus, oxidation number +3. Iron 3 plus, oxidation number +3. For in water, hydrogen +1, oxygen -2. Okay, so we are done with the oxidation numbers. Now let's proceed to third step. We have to find out the change in the oxidation number. So here we can see that chromium +6 is becoming chromium +3. Means oxidation number is decreasing, so reduction is occurring. And in iron you can see that +2 is becoming +3. +2 to +3, oxidation number is increasing, so here oxidation is occurring. So we have find out the change in the oxidation number. Next step, multiplying chromium by 2 to balance the number of chromium atom on both the side we have. Here we are having Cr2. Here chromium is plus 2. 1 minute. Chromium you can see here Cr2O7 it is, and here only one Cr is here. So first we will balance it, Cr2 2 Cr. Okay, rest iron is one atom is there, one atom is here. So the next step we have done. Let's proceed to step number 5. Cr2O7 iron and atom of chromium gains 3 electron to decrease its oxidation number from plus 6 to plus 3 it is becoming. Here it is plus 6 becoming plus 3, means it is gaining 3 electrons to decrease the oxidation number from plus 6 to plus 3. And Fe2 plus loses one electron. Loss of electron is oxidation. It is losing one electron and it is showing plus 3 oxidation state. So change in number of electron we can find out. 6 to 3 and here. Here 3, here 1. Okay, so this is mentioned here. 3 electron, 1 electron. Total number of electrons gained by 2 atoms of chromium. Here one chromium will lose 3 electron, second chromium also will lose 3 electrons, so total it will make 6 electron. And iron is one atom, so it will only show you 1 electron. So step 6, in order to equalize the total number of electrons gained and total number of electrons lost, iron should be multiplied by coefficient of 1 and 6 respectively. So next step, we have find out 1 and 6. So wherever chromium will be there, wherever chromium is there, we have to multiply it by 1, and wherever iron is there, we have to multiply it by 6. Okay, so chromium multiplying by 1 will remain the same, and iron will become 6 atoms. So next step, atom other than hydrogen and oxygen are already balanced. Since the reaction proceed in acidic solution, we should add 6 more water molecules on the right hand side to balance oxygen atom. Here we can see that 7 oxygen atom is here, and here we are only having 1. So to balance the oxygen 7, it should be 1 is here and 7 is here and 1 is here. So we need 6 more water molecules or 6 more oxygen to balance. So here we are just adding 6. 1 was already there, so it will become 7 water molecules. Okay, now next step is to balance the hydro. Whenever it will be given that in the reaction is occurring in the acidic medium, we have to add water. Okay, so 7H2 are done. Now let's count the number of hydrogen. Here we can see that it is 7 to the 14, and here only 1 hydrogen. Okay, so 13 hydrogen, it means we have to add up in the reactant side. We have added 13 plus 1 14. 6, this we can if we will add, we will count, we will find that all the atoms are equal in on both these sides. So we can say that now the reaction is balanced. Few more questions I have here for you all to solve, but I'll request you all to go through the examples again and then come to solve any other example which is given in the book. As you all are not in front of me, so I am unable to understand that how much you have understood all these things. But if you will concentrate, you will not feel any problem. Once you will understand, only you have to learn the rules, steps. By following those steps, you will be able to balance the equation. Just learn. Sit for 10 minutes, 20 minutes and learn these steps, the important steps. Then you will be able to uh, balance the redox reactions easily. Next is, don't get confused in ion electron that oxidation number method, and the next is half reaction or ion electron method. Okay, let's see the second method by which we can balance the redox reaction. In your book, it is given that in this method, the given reaction is split into two half reactions. Whatever reaction will be given, we have to split the reaction into two half. Into two half, it means that one will show you the oxidation and the other will show you the reduction. The two half reactions are balanced separately and then added in such a way that the electrons released in the process of oxidation cancel the electrons captured in the process of reduction. Okay, so whatever the reaction will be given, you have to note down in the question, it is given oxidation number method or half reaction or ion electron method. In this, whatever the reaction is given, first we will split. For before splitting, we should know where the oxidation and where the reduction is occurring. So first step again will be to note down the skeletal reaction. Second step will be yours to write the oxidation number of every element, same like that oxidation number method. Third step will be to just find out where oxidation number is decreasing and where it is increasing. So we will split the two half, one reaction into two half. One will show the oxidation, other will show the reduction. Okay, and then we will balance it. The electrons will be balanced. First the atoms will be balanced, electrons will be balanced, and then hydrogen, oxygen, all the things which are given in the reaction will every atom should be balanced, because law of conservation of mass. So let's see again the example which is given in your book. Page number 538, the question is given, and 539, the solution is given. So let's see this equation. Cr2O7 2 minus plus C2O4 2 minus plus hydrogen ion gives out Cr3 plus CO2 plus H2O. Okay, this is the first step that we have written the given equation. Second step will be to write the oxidation number of all the atoms. You are now aware. You will write the oxidation number of every atom. One you know, other you can find out. Next step, the half reaction corresponding to reduction process and oxidation process. Let's find out. As oxidation number is mentioned, here you can see that chromium is showing +6, chromium is showing +3. Decreasing of oxidation number is reduction. So this will be our reduction. And see here, carbon +3 to +4. Increasing of oxidation number means oxidation is occurring. So now we are having the two half equations. This Cr2O7 2 minus is giving chromium. So this is our reduction process, half reaction. C2O4 is giving CO2. This is our oxidation half reaction. Now step 4, balance the reduction half reaction. Now see here, Cr2O7 2 minus gives out 2 Cr3 plus. We are going to balance this first. Anything, and this is in the question, it is given that we have to balance it in the acidic medium. Okay, so acidic medium, oxygen atoms can be balanced by addition of water molecules. At the in acidic medium, you have to remember that water molecules will be added. Here you can see that 7 oxygen atom is here, and here no oxygen atom is here. To balance this 7 oxygen, we have to add 7 water molecules, as since the reaction is proceeding in the acidic medium. So what will be next? If 7 water molecules we are adding to balance this oxygen, then what extra we will get? We will get extra 14 hydrogen. That 14 hydrogen will be added in the reactant side. Ui. Okay, now let's see here what we have done in the previous reaction. Till here you have understood? To balance this oxygen, 7 water molecules has been added, and to balance the hydrogen, 14 hydrogen ions have been added. Let's see the next step. At this stage we have plus 14 minus 2. Now we have to see the charges on both the sides. Here, see here, 14 plus 14 plus charge and minus 2 charge. So how much charge is here on the reactant side? Plus 14 minus 2 means 12 positive charge is here on the reactant side, and in the product side we are having only plus 3 charge. Water is neutral. Is it clear? After balancing the hydrogen and oxygen, let's come to the number of charges. Here 14 hydrogen plus 2 oxygen 2 minus, so total 12 positive charges here and 3 positive charges there in the product side. Okay, the same thing. Plus 3, 3 twos are 6. So this will, 1 minute. 2 chromium is here. So 3 twos are 6. 6 electrons. And here, let's see here. So what we are getting in the reactant side, we are getting 12 plus charge, and in the product side we are getting 6 plus charge. It means if we will add 6 electrons in the reactant side, it will be balanced now. So this 6 electrons have been added in the reactant side. Okay, I hope you understand. You are understanding, children. And now we can see that this half reaction is balanced. 2Cr, 2Cr, 7O, 7O, 14H, 14H. Atoms are balanced and charge is also balanced. 14, 3 to the 6 positive charge, and 14 minus 2, 12, 6 negative charge. Charge is balanced, atom is balanced. Now let's see the second half reaction, which was showing oxidation. Oxygen atoms are already balanced in this. 2 2s are 4O2 and 4O. So oxygen is balanced. Carbon C2, 2C. Carbon is also balanced. The equation contains no hydrogen atom. The charge can be balanced. How we will balance the charge here? Here you can see that 2 negative charges here. Okay, so if we will add 2 electron on this side, then on both the side the charge is equal now. 2 negative, 2 negative. Okay, so next the step is the oxidation half reaction contains 6 electrons, while the reduction half reaction has 2 electrons. Here is 6 electron, here is 2 electron. Okay, reduction half reaction is having 6 electron and oxidation half reaction is having 2 electron. So you have never seen that electrons are being coming in the product of any reaction. It means these electrons should be balanced. So to balance the electron, to make it 6, we will multiply it by 3. Okay, then only we will not multiply it to electron. The whole reaction will be multiplied by 3. Here, see here. This is first reaction. This is, here we are multiplying it with 3. Whatever the this reaction will come, then we will write the product, and that will be a balanced equation. Every atom is balanced. This is the final balanced equation in acidic medium. Acidic medium we means that we have wherever the oxygen was, to balance that oxygen we have added the water molecule. Note that in this equation all atoms and charge are completely balanced. So this problem was from your book example, and this has been balanced by ion electron method. See the other example again from your book only. Balance the following equation in basic medium. For acidic medium we have to add water molecules, and for basic medium we will add OH minus, hydroxide ion. Okay, let's proceed. The reaction is given. First step will be to note down the reaction. Second step will be to write the oxidation number of every atom. Third step is to find out the change in oxidation number, to find out the oxidation and reduction. So in the above reaction you can see that chromium is in the reactant side is +3, and in the product side it is becoming +6. +3 to +6, increase in oxidation number will show you the oxidation. And iodine, you can see here that IO3 minus, iodine is showing +5, but here iodide ion is showing you -1. So +5 to -1 means here we can find out the decrease in oxidation number, so it will be a reduction half reaction. So two reactions are here. Next step, first we will take the oxidation half reaction. This is your equation. Equation is written here. The atoms other than hydrogen and oxygen, that is chromium, are already balanced. One Cr is here, one Cr is here. So chromium is already balanced. The given reaction proceeds in basic medium. Therefore, oxygen atom should be balanced by adding OH minus. You have to remember, for acidic medium, when we are balancing oxygen, we will add water. And when the reaction is proceeding in the basic medium, we have to add this hydroxide ion. So to balance this oxygen, here 4 oxygen, here 3 oxygen. Okay, 1 is extra, so not O we will add OH minus. Okay, the right hand side is deficient in 4 hydrogen. Now in this side, here 3 is here, 1 is here, 4 hydrogen is here in the reactant side, but no hydrogen in the product side. So hydrogen atoms can be balanced by adding 4 water molecules on the right and 4 more OH on the left as shown below. Here no hydrogen is here, so we will add 4 water molecules. And now to balance this, we have to add 4 hydroxide ion more to the reactant side. So 4 plus 1, it will make 5 OH minus. And this half reaction is ready. Okay. So next step is to balance the charge. Here we can see that in the reactant side, 5 negative charge we are having. In the product side, 2 negative charge. Means if we will add 3 electrons more in the product side, the charge also will be equal. So this will be a final oxidation half reaction. Okay, this is the balanced oxidation half reaction. Now let's balance the reduction half reaction. The iodine atoms are already balanced. One I in the reactant, other I, same I in the product side. Oxygen atoms can be balanced by adding 3 hydro see the reaction first. Okay. The with this bar, that first reaction is uh, hiding here. IO3 gives out I minus. Okay, so balancing of oxidation half reaction was done. Next step is to balance this. IO3 minus gives out I minus. To balance the 3 hydrogen, 3 hydroxide ion we have added on the product side, and to balance that hydrogen, 3 water molecules will be added here. To balance 3 oxygen, 3 OH is added in the product side, and to balance this 3 hydrogen, 3 water molecules will be added to the reactant side. Okay, then we will write the final equation: IO3 minus plus 3H2O plus 6 OH minus. Next step is to balance the charge: 6 negative, 1 negative, 6 OH minus and 1 here, 6 and 1 7, and here only 1. It means if we will add 6 electron in the reactant side, then the charges will be balanced. That only we will do here. This is the balanced reduction half reaction. The oxidation half reaction contains 3 electrons. Okay, the oxidation half reaction contains 3 electrons on the right, while the reduction half reaction contains 6 electrons on the left. Electrons can be cancelled by multiplying the oxidation half reaction by 2 and adding it to the reduction half reaction as shown below. 6 electrons here, 3 electrons here. So we will make it 6 electron to cancel off. So a whole reaction will be multiplied by 2. 6 electrons will be cancelled off and rest we will add, and that will be a balanced equation. We will see that all the atoms are balanced, all the charge is balanced, and this final balanced equation is here in the basic medium. One more example. Balance the following equation proceeding in basic solution by ion electron method. Whenever it will be ion electron method, it means after doing the two steps, to first is to write the equation, second is to write the oxidation number. We have to make two half reactions. Basic medium, we have to add a hydroxide ion. The same manner you will do, you will proceed, you will just practice more and more reactions. If you will require more equations to balance, I'll provide you whatever is given in your book. Okay, whatever that is also sufficient. Whichever reaction, whatever reactions are mentioned in your book, if you will be able to balance those reactions, you will be having clear understanding of balancing steps. And if you will like to practice more reactions, I'll provide to you more reactions which you can practice for balancing the redox reactions by both the method, oxidation number method and ion electron method. So all the best for you all to do different all types of reaction balancing. So in my next uh, attachment, I will give you the work. Some work will be there. Here we have only seen how to do. Next step is yours. You have to do. So first to calculate the oxidation number, second to find out oxidation, reduction, oxidizing agent, reducing agent, and third will be to balance the reaction by oxidation number method and ion electron method. Exercises, whatever is given in your book, keep on doing. Rest I will give you. That also you have to do in your copy. And my next lecture will be from the third branch of your book, organic chemistry, the first chapter. basic concepts of organic chemistry. I think that is a lengthy chapter. So I will, in the my next lecture, I will start the first chapter of the organic chemistry. Okay. Thank you, children.